make it 3.
Going for the St. Louis now.
Oh, no.
Son of a bitch.
You get your 2?
Yeah. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thotgor here, of course, and today we are going to be taking a look at some ranked battles. You'll notice the screen gets a little wonky here. I don't exactly know what happened last night when I recorded this. Something with my computer went wrong, and like the resolution got all messed up, but whatever. I quickly fix it, and the battle will commence here. Just take a few moments while it's happening. I do want to just on a tangent, go over my strategy that I'm using for German and Russian new ships that are coming out. So I don't actually have any yet. Yeah, that's right. My YouTube channel isn't popular enough for wargaming to warrant giving me access to such things, unfortunately. But anyway, what I plan on doing is I have been saving money, a crap ton of money. The reason for this is I want to use this money as soon as the German and Russian ships come out, so that I can quickly jump up with them, right? Like, obviously I'm going to be playing every tier of ship that they have, but as I unlock the like tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 type things, that'll only take a day or so. I want to have the money to buy the ships right away. So that's my strategy behind it, and that actually also explains as to why I haven't been playing a whole lot of ranked battles as of late, because I've mainly been playing lower tiers, tier 5, and mostly tier 5 to gain money, and then also, trying to focus on my tier 8s and 9s to get them up there, because I want to get them as far along as I possibly can before the Germans and Russians come out, because I know that I'm going to be putting a lot of time into them. So, explanation is over. We can now take a look at the battle we're looking at here. So you'll notice I fixed the resolution crap. I don't know what was going on, but anyway. This ranked battle was short. It was a slaughter. This is an excellent example of how working together as a team really does pay off, and how sometimes you can get a competent lone wolf destroyer captain. Yes, so we'll set the scene here. You can see I'm taking pot shots at a few different destroyers here that presented themselves, but for the most part I'm heading over to C. I'm heading to C with my other 2 allies, and I'm leaving B to the cruiser and the 2 destroyers that are taking B, right? I kind of want to cover my battleships a little, so that's sort of why I'm heading to C, because the enemy does have, 2 destroyers left, right? So, yeah, and you can see 1 destroyer. No, that's not a destroyer, but you will see 1 destroyer does end up at C. Now, to comment on the competent lone wolf destroyer captain, you can see him up there at A, right? I saw him up there and I figured, well, this guy is dumb. We're going to lose one of our destroyers, essentially. That guy just threw himself out of the game, because my team is focused B, C. We're not going to be able to get to A. We're not going to be able to support him up there. Whether or not he is competent, I don't know. I'm giving them benefit of the doubt, right? So whether or not he is, I don't know. But I'm saying he's competent because he does actually manage to kill that other enemy destroyer up there. Yeah, and he manages to stay alive, and he manages to cap the point. So, good job on that guy. It was risky, and he got lucky. So I don't recommend doing this, destroyer captains, but in this situation it did work. So we can see the destroyer I was talking about. There he is right there. He's in C, he's capping C. So, trying to get him gone. I've got high explosive loaded, so yeah, not a very big deal for me at all. There he goes, and he's gone. So the enemy team has lost all of their destroyers, and we haven't lost a single ship as of yet. Keep in mind, this was a slaughter. So, we've got the B point, we're capping the A point, in fact we just capped the A point, and we're now capping C as well. So we almost have all 3 points at this time, and we're just obliterating whatever enemies we're coming across right now. You can see for the most part, the enemy ships did stay together, excluding the destroyers. The destroyers, worked together, and they attempted to take B and C, which unfortunately for the enemy team were the same 2 points that we were taking, so we were able to take out those destroyers. I suppose I should exclude the enemy destroyer that was up there at A that, my lone wolf destroyer up there had to fight and kill. So yeah, I suppose. Anyway, but our team was a lot more aggressive. You can see the enemy team kind of played it a little more standoffish, right? They didn't really push the points. They're kind of staying behind the islands, using them as cover, providing and then firing into the cap points to try and get us gone. That's all fine and good, but in a ranked battle, I don't think that this is going to be a winning strategy. And what I mean by winning strategy is that you can't do this the entire battle and expect to win. You can do this at the beginning of the battle, while people are still sort of shuffling around, while enemy ships are determining, where they're going to go, what they're going to do. That will work, but you do have to eventually decide when you are going to push and how aggressive that push is going to be. It's crucial. Now, I did take a shot, an incoming shot there. I'm not sure who it was from. Maybe the Pensacola that I got that Citadel on, but they knocked out my steering. Not really a big deal. I'm stuck going straight, so I simply just throttle down and start putting shots into this New Mexico. Another tip for you here as well is I'm watching the turrets on the New Mexico. If I see those turrets start turning towards me, then I know that he spotted me. Well, I'm spotted now, but I know that he's now focused on me, right, and is going to be putting shots into me. So it's at that time that I get the hell out of there. Luckily, the New Mexico continues on, and at this time, he's not necessarily too concerned with me. So this Cleveland comes up again, and I start putting shots into Cleveland. Why not? Why not get this guy gone? It only makes sense. And look at our team here, right? Like, this is a slaughter. I mean, we're pushing down from the north. Yeah, it's over. It's over. We've won. It was that quick. I mean, we just destroyed their ship. So for that battle, I got my star for rank 19. Now, last night when I finished doing these rank battles, I finished at rank 17. I don't have those battles to show you. I have these two that I wanted to show. So moving into the second one now. So the first one was more of a slaughter, right? And this second battle is going to be more of a typical rank battle that you expect to see. I've had this replay for quite some time. I wanted to show it for a little while now, but I didn't actually have another ranked battle to pair it up with, so that's why I haven't showed it. But I kept it, and luckily now today we can take a look at it. So in this one, it is, as you can tell, older. I still have the skins there on my ships. On a side note, those skins that I had, I love them. But when the game was patched, it messed up my game, and I had to reinstall the game. Yeah, because I didn't make a backup. I know, that's stupid, but that's what I did. So, I'll probably get the skins back on there, but for now, just blank ships. Anyway, in the Cleveland today, and you can see the team, rightfully so, at this beginning portion of the battle here, we're trying to decide where we're going to go, what we're going to focus. And this is crucial for these ranked battles. I know I've mentioned it before, and I'm sure other people, other YouTubers out there who've put up ranked battle videos will tell you how important teamwork is. It is required, in fact. So keep that in mind. Check your ego at the door. So I'm just, sort of boating off here towards the A point. That seemed to be where the allies were going to go and where we were going to focus. A and B, right? Bit of coffee here. Oh, love coffee in the morning. Gotta have it. Anyway, enemies start popping up. And so I'm looking at them, trying to figure out whether or not I want to put shots into them. I am spotted now, so I need to keep that in mind. You can see I do adjust my course. We've already got a destroyer going into the A cap point. The destroyer at the A cap point isn't contested at all. He's not coming under any enemy fire. He hasn't come across any enemies at all. So it's at this point that you should take note of that situation and maybe type in chat like, hey team, A's taken, let's focus BC now, right? And that is what happens here. I'm not the one who initiates it, I follow along. But it is something that you would want to take into account, right? Once the destroyer, or once you've determined that the point that you had originally set is yours, and it's not under any enemy fire, and in fact on this map, on the north map, it usually is going to be the A point that is least concern for everyone, both teams included. So typically, you might be able to run over to that A point, cap the A point, and then it frees up your team to now focus B and C, which is typically where the majority of the battle happens. And you can see that happening right now. We were all headed over to A. No, A is ours. It's not under fire at all. So you can see the Cleveland, the Atlanta. We've turned around. We're now going to start focusing on B here. The enemy has B. They've just taken C. So yeah, we're going to try and take out B. This is where the majority of our ships are anyway, so we're in a good position to do it. So I start immediately putting shots into things that I can see and that are within my range. Unfortunate for this, I believe it's in New Mexico. He becomes the focus of my attention first. These New Mexicos are I just love killing them. Putting shots into them with my Clevelands especially, because it's all high explosive that I'm firing on the Cleveland. Just sets them on fire, just takes out their modules, they get really angry, there's nothing they can do. Oh, I know I'm a sick person, but God, it's just so awesome. So the New Mexico does put shots into me, and you gotta be careful when you're dealing with New Mexicos. When you are in your Cleveland, keep in mind your Cleveland is a light cruiser, meaning the armor on it is not as good as you would find, say, on a heavy cruiser on the higher tier ships. Actually, just on a side note, I would debate and say that the Cleveland has better armor than the Pensacola, but that's just me. Anyway, destroyer right there pops up. Yeah, I think it's a Sims. So we gotta do something about that guy, right? I've got another destroyer over here, so it seems pretty hairy right now. I think that is a Farragut over there, and a Sims behind me. Maybe they're both Farraguts, whatever, doesn't matter. But I've got some torpedoes to dodge now, so need to be careful. You can see when I'm dodging these torpedoes, unfortunately I'm not focused so much on the enemy, I'm focused more on the torpedoes, how to position my ship to avoid them. I got lucky there and was able to outrun those torpedoes, which was really nice. And now I'm just kind of focusing down on the destroyers. So we still have this Farragut, still need to put shots into him. You can see on the mini-map that the majority of my team is focused B. In fact, we've managed to encircle B, which is really awesome. Not something that I see too often on this north map is when you can completely, outflank your enemy, get behind them on the side that they spawned, and then start pushing from both directions. And I think that is what ensured our victory in this case, is some of the cruisers, you can see them out there, and the destroyer that originally capped the A point, kept going around, and they've now completely outflanked the enemy. So the enemy is now more concerned with them, not as concerned with myself and the remaining allies I have on this side. And yeah, now is a perfect time for me to move in and take the B point. I have suffered a whole lot of damage here, you can see it, so I need to play fairly cautiously at this time, but I still want to be aggressive. Just my normal playstyle is typically fairly aggressive. I will take chances. If I think that there's a remote possibility of me coming through on top, yeah, I'm going to take those chances. At the end of the game, for me, this is a game, and I'm just looking to have fun. That's what I want to do. Right now, there's no competitive aspect of the game, and I'm sure ranked battles are competitive, but I don't take them as being that competitive. I take ranked battles as being more of an exercise in teamwork. If we can work as a team, we can get the victory, so that we can all move up in ranks, we can get those flags, we can get that camo, and if you're high enough rank, you start getting money rewards. So that is what I'm trying to do. And in fact, I'm close to ranked 16. I think I need 2 more victories, then I get ranked 16, and then I get free camo. Yes, I can't wait for that. Anyway, continuing to put shots into the battleships that they have over there, right? Supporting my team in their flanking maneuvers. The flanking maneuver has gone fairly well. We did lose a ship in the process, but yeah, not so concerned. I mean, I'm capping B right now. This is going to give us the cap advantage. We've only lost 1 ship to their 3 ships that they've lost. More importantly, for me anyway, is that there's only 1 enemy destroyer remaining to be aware of. I find these destroyers really dangerous in these ranked battles. And then there, see? Farragut pops out in front of me. Got to do something about this guy. So I immediately start putting shots into him. I immediately set course directly for his ship. I'm fairly close to him, so I don't really want to take the chance of turning away and torpedoing. Luckily, I don't have to worry about it because one of my allies put a nice salvo into him, took him out, and then I came in and finished him off. Yeah, it gets a little laggy right here. You can see my ping there jumped up. Don't know what's going on, but it doesn't last, so no big deal. More enemy ships to be aware of. There's only 3 of them remaining. We have got the lead at this time. It's looking pretty good for us. Like, there's not going to be a whole lot that they can do to stop us at this point, right? 2 enemy ships remaining now. There is this guy right here. I think it's a battleship. I think that's a New Mexico, so we need to take that guy out. But he's on such low health that, again, not concerned. We're almost at the 700 point mark. So what that means is we only need another 100 points to win. There we go, 702 points. And even less to worry about shortly enough, because that enemy New Mexico is just about to die. Yes, he sure is. And then the last, see, there he goes there. The last enemy ship, he outpositioned himself, more or less. We're not concerned about him. Look, the points are counting up. We are going to win this before he dies. I guess at the end of the day, he could say that he managed to survive, but whatever, right? Not a big deal. Just the last few points counting up now. You know, at this point, you can try and put whatever, or do whatever damage remaining you want, but try and be careful. You don't want to kill yourself right at the end here. So, like I said, this was an older rank battle I had. It was when I reached rank 22. I got a bunch of flags for it. That was awesome. 221,000 credits, 2,200 experience. I think, yeah, I was top of the team overall, so not too bad at all. So the main takeaways from this video today is obviously, again, rank battles, teamwork required, right? Work as a team, for the love of God. Secondly, don't be afraid, or don't be quick to judge your allies when they do something you might think is a little stupid, like that destroyer in our first video. I thought that was stupid, but he pulled it off. I'm not recommending to do it, but I am definitely saying there's something to be said about like a wild card in a ranked battle. It can really do some great things, and it can lead to some slaughters, we'll say. So, thank you so much for tuning in today, watching the video through. And, you know, leave a comment if you got anything to say. Hit the old like button. If you haven't subscribed already, click the subscribe button. As always, I do hope you enjoy the rest of your day.